Hey, welcome to the Board Game Nexus. I'm your host, Anthony.
And I'm Francis. And today we are playing Bitoku.
All right, but before we start, join us for the primer.
On the surface, Bitoku looks incredibly complex, but really, gameplay consists of familiar mechanics wrapped in a complex theme that players explore in just about 90 minutes. To best introduce Bitoku, it's helpful to strip away the theme and focus on what is happening mechanically. Bitoku is played over 4 rounds, each consisting of 4 phases. The spring is a preparation phase, the summer is an action phase, fall simply checks for turn order, and winter is a cleanup phase. In Bitoku, dice are used to select actions at one of 5 locations. The dice come from the player's board, and the pip count determines how strong the action can be. When a player takes an action on the board, they first check the power of the die against the track, then take their desired action, then check to see if their die value is greater or equal to any of the available buildings. If it is, they may choose one of these buildings to activate and collect a bonus. If the building belongs to another player, that player gets a bonus as depicted on the building. Note that in a game with more than 2 players, the die pip count must be higher than any other die already in the forest region. In a 2-player game, there's simply 1 spot available per location. This action selection is one of the 4 options the player has on their turn. In order for a die to be used to take an action on the board, the die must be unlocked, meaning slid into the green section indicated on the player board. Players can unlock a die through the effect of a bonus, but most commonly through playing a card from their hand to the player board. Playing a card is the second option a player has on their turn. Playing a card not only allows the player to unlock the corresponding die, but also grants benefits listed on the bottom of the card. The third option a player has is to move a die across the river to an adjacent hill, where they can take one of 3 additional actions. The pip count is reduced by 1 when a player takes this option, but pip count does not impact the strength of the action here. At each of the 4 hills, a player may either take the available Bitoku Path card, take the Yokai card, or draft a new Vision card, which grants endgame scoring opportunities. The fourth option a player has is to pass. There are a few places to look for great scoring opportunities which provide direction for actions in the game. Vision cards have conditions that must be satisfied at endgame in order to award points. The Iwakura Rock area of the player board also provides spaces for players to place rock tiles with endgame scoring opportunities. These rocks and pilgrims can be placed when players come across respective bonuses during the game. Climbing the path at the top of the board also grants in-game scoring opportunities, and players can move up this track by spending movement points. The pilgrims who move up this track come from the player board and are awoken or made available when players place crystal tokens in spaces where they are sleeping. Resources can be gained through cards, at a forest location, and anywhere else a player encounters this symbol. They are spent to build buildings, gain crystals, gain spirit and dragonfly tiles, and anything else that depicts a downward pointing finger symbol. Bonuses consist of additional resources, movement points, actions, points, and much more. Looking for these opportunities on the board can result in efficient actions. One way to obtain bonuses is through combining dragonfly and spirit tiles. Players obtain the different pieces separately, and when combined, take the bonuses each provide. Crystals also provide bonuses. Purple crystals provide income bonuses every round, yellow crystals provide passive bonuses, and pink crystals provide bonuses when a card is placed in the adjacent spot. Bitoku Path cards provide powerful bonuses as well. By collecting cards from hills and placing them in the path, players can spend movement points to walk from card to card collecting bonuses. At the end of the game, sets of unique Bitoku cards are worth points. Endgame points come from several sources. In addition to any points gained during the game, indicated by yellow fish symbols, players will get points for being in the first player position, for having a set of unique Bitoku path cards, for position on the Kodama paths beneath each forest location, for satisfying vision card and Iwakura rock requirements, for counting points from any purple fish on the player board, and finally by totaling all their resources and die pip counts and dividing by 4. There seems to be a lot going on in Bitoku, but once you understand the basic rules, you'll begin to weave in the theme and story presented in this pretty package. To see these concepts in action, join us now as we show you how it plays.
All right, welcome back from the primer. If your head is still spinning, we'll give you a moment. Pause it.
It shouldn't be spinning.
Take a breath.
I try really hard
Yes.
to do a
So
good job of not overwhelming you.
we heard some pretty intimidating things about Bitoku.
Yeah.
Even just the weight of the box itself, I think, is enough to scare you off a
I
little
think
bit.
just looking at it on the table is enough.
And then when you start
scare
punching
you
this
off,
game,
yeah.
it's a massive endeavor. So, but it's a lot of bark and not a lot of bite when it comes to learning the game and understanding the game.
I think I would put it that it's thematically complex.
Yes.
Kind of like your first time reading a fantasy novel, kind of.
Maybe.
That's kind of how.
The first time I read a fantasy novel. It's a long time ago.
But mechanically, we have a lot of familiar stuff going on.
Yes. So, and we're going to try to make this as easy to digest for you all as we possibly can.
Yep.
So, without further ado, take a look at the table. Here is the lovely world of Bitoku. So it is a beautiful game to witness and behold, but it is massive, and it is a table eater beyond compare. So this is the two-player side of the board. So it may not look like what you've seen if you've seen the game being played. You'll notice that the action spots are very limited on the two-player board, and that it makes sense because it tightens the board up quite a bit. The only other real thing we had to do on this side of the board is you add these additional neutral player color Kodama on the fourth space of each of these river tracks, and that's really just to give us something to strive for, because you need to be in first or second place typically to get the points. But otherwise, that's it. As far as player setup goes, we each have we've each chosen our player colors. We each have our 5-card starting hand of. What are they called?
What?
These guys.
There are yokai.
Yokais, yes. So you're not allowed to look at them, actually.
Oh, sorry. I wasn't looking.
Yes, they're called yokais, and you start with 5 of them. You're going to start with a hand of 4, so you can just draw the top 4 off the deck, and that's going to be your starting hand, right? We each have 1 jade and 1 wood, as well as 1 amulet. We have 1 randomly selected dragonfly tile and 1 randomly selected rock tile. So other than that, we've got our starting dice, which are called guardians, in 3, 2, and 1 pip count, going from left to right. 3 awake pilgrims that are ready to go, and a bunch of sleeping ones that we need to awaken. Otherwise, that's about it. You're player 1.
Yes.
This game's going to play for 4 rounds across 4 seasons, and you know how the turn structures go based on the primer. But we each have a starting vision. I think it's probably good to talk about what these are. These are your end game objectives, right? So these were randomly given to each of us, and you get points for completing them at the end of the game. You lose points for not completing them.
Right.
So I'm going to need to have at least 2 paths completed, and that'll make sense later with Bitoku, and you'll get that. I need to have 1 building, and I need to have at least 1 of my pilgrims on one of these lantern spaces. That's all I need for that card.
Awesome. Yeah, mine's even easier. I just need to have any resource. I need to have a crystal, and I need to have a spirit and dragonfly tile.
Oh, you need one of them together, the combo special. Yes.
Yes.
But otherwise, I think we're ready to go. So jump in. We are doing. So look, a real easy thing is this thing comes with a guide. you will use it because there's so much going on in this game as far as just remembering what things are called.
Well, and
more
it's
or
like
less.
iconography and stuff like that.
Yeah, so summon yokai, we draw our 4 cards. That's what you do. And then you discard down to 3, and that's going to be our hand. And then we would get any income from any dream crystals, which we're not going to have at the start of the game. So we do have to discard one of our cards here.
Yes, and I'm thinking, which one do I want to discard? I'll just discard this guy.
I think I will discard probably this guy. Okay. So you're player 1. You get to go ahead, and we're just going to take actions. And we're not going to move the track because it's like 6.5 feet away from me. I can't reach that
really
thing.
far.
And it's really just going to go through the 4 seasons, right? So this is
Right.
the spring where you draw up cards.
Like, I could probably move
I
it.
don't know if you want to do that every turn. You're going to be doing this every round.
Okay, but I'll just do it one time. So we're in the summer
We're in the summer now.
Spring, summer, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay. So we're in the summer, and this is really where the bulk of the game is all of the actions. And we're going to go until we pass.
Yes. Okay. So I will start. What do we have going on down here? Maybe I'll start with this. So I'm going to start playing my Nezumi card. So this is my yokai Nezumi. And now we can play it to any of these 3 blank card spaces. And I believe I will. Let's try this one, right? So I'll put it in the middle here, next to this 2 pip count die. And the first thing I get to do is take my take the bonus here, and also unlock this die. So I'll just go ahead and move the die so I don't forget to do that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take a crystal for my bonus.
So you can either build a building or take one of these crystals.
Yeah, I'm not quite ready to do a building right now. I really just want to take a crystal and put it in this one maybe passive slot. So I think I'll take this one. So that's going to cost me any resource. I will pay a jade and take this pink guy, I think.
Are you sure?
Why do you say it like that?
Oh, you looked hesitant.
Well, I am hesitant. And what I'm going to be able to do is I can put this anywhere, but I'll just let's put it like over here, right? And this crystal is going to give me an amulet every time I place my card here in this spot. So, and then what that's going to do is awaken my pilgrim who was sitting there. Flip him over so he's a big old eyeball, and now he can go out on pilgrimages for me and do other things.
All right, that's really good. All right, so what I'll do is I'm going to play a card here, the Shinukami, and I'm going to unlock that die. And now I get to take his action, so it's either take a dragonfly or one of these ghost spirit ones. So I think I'm going to take a spirit one because I want to be able to do a combo special here. So I'll take.
What do you have?
I only have wood and I have
jade.
So I could only take this one, which is fine. I'll take this guy. I'll pay the jade, and I put them on my board. But now at this moment, I have one of each, and you can combine these two. And at the moment you combine them, you can take the reward from the dragonfly. And what he does is he lets me draw a vision card. So I have another vision card, which is cool. Gives you some more goals. And he also, actually with this one, I also get that reward right away. So I get to go up any track with
your Kodama?
Kodama. So I'm going to go up this track here. And this next reward is any resource. So I think I'll probably take some sake. All right, so that's one of these completed, and you just keep them off the side, and they're done. All right, your turn.
Kind of want to build a building. All right, so I think what I'll do is take this die that's now unlocked, right? And we have our, basically like our 4 action spaces, like locate force locations. And I'm going to go over here and actually build a building. So I can choose from either the 1 pip or 2 pip actions here on the track. And I'm just going to do the building for 2.
The building for 2?
And I think I will build, and these are the buildings on offer down here, right? I think I'll build this one. And I can build this in any spot that matches this building type.
That is correct.
Which happens to be a water building. Maybe we'll put it right here. Look good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you have to pay for it.
Yes, and I'm paying for it with a wood. So we're going to take from the leftmost spot on our track on the bottom of our player board and indicate that this is my building. Why is that important? Because if Anthony goes there and he uses my building, then I actually get a bonus, which is cool, and you'll also get some points at the end of the game. So that's going to cost a wood. So here's a wood.
Okay.
And then up here on the upper left-hand section of the tile tells us what we get right now. So I get to move my Kodama in the region where I built this building up 2. So I go 1, 2, right? Happy little Kodama.
Okay. You also get to activate the building if you have a pip count equal to or greater than the building.
Yes, and that is
draw a card.
Yeah. Can you draw one? Oh, draw one from here,
Yes.
yeah. Okay, perfect.
One of your own cards, not somebody else's.
Your own.
Your own. Very good. Okay, I'm glad you did that.
I'm glad you're glad.
I'm gonna go. Yikes. Okay, so maybe I'll just play him here and then unlock this. I'll take a jade. And that's it.
That's all?
That's all I get to do.
Okay. I'm going to play my Kappa card, yokai, which will activate my amulet. So I get 1 amulet. Unlocks my die for later, and that's all I get to do.
You get a movement, so do you want to spend
Oh,
that
yeah,
movement point?
that's right. I do. I think I'm just going to take this guy up here, and all of these guys pretty much start at our our gate here, and then move along 1 space at a time. So I'm just going to move to that gate here.
Okay. I think I will end up going here. So here's the thing: when you move these guys up, you can spend an
amulet. Yeah.
An amulet if you want to.
As many as you want.
As many as you want to pump up the pips on them. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to spend that 1 and pump him up to 4 pips. Because now I get to take the 4 power, and that's 2 resources. So I'm going to take a stone, and I will take another wood.
Yeah.
All right, your turn.
Are you going to take the building actions?
Yeah, actually, you're right. I can take one of those.
Yeah.
I'm going to take this one to get 2 more resources. So I'll take another sake and another stone. All right.
Oh, I don't have any resources left. And see, on this side of the board, since you're there, I can't even go there.
Oh, don't you go there.
Yeah, I won't. Oh, don't worry, I won't. All right, I think what I'll do is I'm gonna spend these 2 amulets as well to bump this up to a 3.
Okay.
And send him out like here.
Okay.
So he's a 3.
So you're gonna get
So I'm going to get two movement.
movements, yeah.
So what I'll do is I'm going to send him here for one, and then I'm just going to bring out another guy here
For 2.
for 2.
Okay.
And then I can take this, which is to unlock a die,
Which you can.
which I can do right here.
Yes, you can. All right, my turn. One thing this is something that I always forget to do.
What?
Is that when you take these items, is to every time you see these like orange fish.
Oh yeah,
that's
that
victory
yellow.
points.
Yeah.
So when I bought or took this tile, I got a point for that automatic. So you got to keep track of it. It's a lot of these things. Like some of these buildings will generate points too.
Yeah.
So you got to really pay attention.
Right.
Because they're all over the place, but they don't always count. Like you have them on your cards too, but only when you burn them. So it's like you really have to know when
to get the points.
When to get the points and when not to get the points. So, but it's my turn, so I'm gonna go and I'm gonna move this guy across the river, which we haven't done yet.
Yeah, go
So
ahead.
you always lose a pip when you cross the river, unless you're a 6 and you lose 3 pips, which is punishing. And then I can take one of these 3 actions. So I'm gonna actually take the Bitoku card from here. As my action. Now, they tell you to cover these up with these X's, but in a 2-player game, there's only one space. But,
It's silly.
and if you go here, you're going to be able to just take the action here. So it's not like it's going to matter.
Right. So in the 2-player game, you have access to both of these hills when you cross the river in this location.
So it doesn't, it's
it's kind of
unnecessary.
To do that.
Now, you're normally supposed to build these across from here, but as you can see, because this thing is ginormous, I'm actually going to build. We're going to build our trails up top. It's just easier. So when I take my first move, I'll move over to here and then continue forward on my trail.
Okay.
But that's it. So I crossed the river.
Okay. Good. That's great. I'm actually going to go here and get resources now that you're not there anymore.
Okay.
So...
You get 1.
Wait, what?
You're a 3. You get 1 resource of your choice.
Maybe that wasn't a good idea. Yeah, I guess that is kind of rough, right?
Yeah, it could be. Sure.
3, I could go here. You know what? I'm going to do this instead. This is what I wanted to do and couldn't do. I don't have to explain. So, so I'm a 3, so I can get a dragonfly tile or I can get this Matsuma spirit tile with a discount of 1.
1.
Because
Okay.
it's got the thumbs up.
So looks
as
like
opposed
we
to
know
the
what
finger
you're
down.
getting.
So it looks like I'm going to get this guy.
Or you could have taken
this
a
is the only
dragonfly
thing.
because they're actually
I
much cheaper.
could. Yeah, this guy actually gives you
He'll
a
give
resource.
you a resource as
Which
well.
is pretty cool. I think I will take this guy.
All right.
And he also, when I connect him, gives me a crystal with 2
Discount?
discount,
That's
which is
not bad
great. So I'll
either.
take that. And I think I'll take I'll take like a jade, I guess.
All right. 1 jade for you.
And wait. And I get to move my Kodama
Yeah.
because I matched that building, right?
Anywhere. You know, it doesn't have to be that one.
Yeah, I know. I'll just move this one. Makes it easy.
All right. Okay. So I'm just going to play this card, this Kappa, and unlock that die. And he's going to give me 1 movement point. I'm going to move this guy once on the path for 3 points and a resource. 1, 2, 3, and I will take a jade.
That's very nice.
Yeah. Progress, folks. That's progress.
That's good. I would like to take one of these spirits. But I don't have any good resources to do it, which kind of stinks.
Mm-hmm.
So I took that jade. Oops. All right. Well, let me do this then. We'll just do this here. I'll just play my Kitsune.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll take a sake, please.
All right.
Thank you. And that's it. So I just play a card.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, what I'll do is I will move this 2 up here, and it's going to turn them to a 1.
Okay.
But I get to copy any one of your dice
Oh, yeah. Okay.
at the strength of your die.
Okay, nice.
So I could either do a building, or I could get 2 movement. I'll probably build the building. I think that makes the most sense. I just don't know
Which one?
which one I want.
There's a good ones down there.
This one's not really worth anything to me. This one's probably worth the most.
That's points. That's
Yeah, that's what I want. So I will take this building. It'll cost me 1 wood. It is the lightning building, so I will put it here. All right.
Nice. All right, I think I'm gonna cross the river with this guy. So he'll turn to a 2. Oops, if I can find the 2. Right there. And I will take this Bitoku card. Under that Nazumi.
Okay.
Makoto. We're putting him up here?
Yeah.
I'll put my vision card off to the side.
Well, you can put it
so
right next to your
yeah.
board, actually, on the left.
I don't have to put it so far away.
No, that's on screen. Yeah, you don't have to
Okay.
look, so at least somebody can look at it.
There we go. Okay.
Okay, so that's it for you? All right, so then I have one more die to play. And,
I always think that one says Jim.
oh, it does.
It doesn't.
That's his name. His name is Jim. Hey, I'm Jim.
It's Bitoku Jim.
It is. I'll just go here and move up. You know what? I'm going to go... Yeah, I have to go there. That's the only place I can go. Yeah, I'll go here. Just move my dude up 1. And that's it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't like that this guy becomes a 1. It's terrible.
I mean, you don't have to cross. Play
I know,
crossy road.
but I kind of want to. You kind of should.
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially at this point. Which is a good idea. It just stinks that he's such a low value. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'll just go here and have a bunch of 2s next round. And I will take the yokai Imomushi.
It goes in your hand.
Oh, right into my hand?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't know why I put it in my discard.
All right, I pass.
You're passing?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Interesting. I guess I will... Yeah, I guess I'll pass 2. I don't want to turn that guy into a 1.
Okay. So then we go on to the next season. So that ends the season. We go into
Yes.
autumn now. So take
Right.
one step forward. A new
yeah,
turn
we'll have
order is decided. The players whose dice are higher in the home of the Great Spirit go first.
Which
So
you are going to be first.
I am the only one in the home of the Great
Can
Spirit.
you move your...
So I will swap these 2, and I will stay first player until you decide to take that spot. So that is literally it for the autumn.
Yeah, it's really just turn order.
Yep. And then
So.
winter.
Yes, we are
Guardians return home. So our dice come back to your board, and you can put them back on the red spots in any order you... Actually, that's your die.
Yeah.
In any order you want. So, like, in any spot.
Right.
All right. And then if you have a total of at least 5 yokai cards, you may choose to permanently remove one from the game. So this is your option to remove one from the game.
Yeah, which I want. I'm good.
Take all your remaining yokai cards on your player board and put them in your discard pile. So these all get discarded. Keep any cards in your hand for the next round. Advance the Great Spirit counter 1 space forward on the round track, so he's going to move up to here. That's literally round 1. Then prepare the game for the next round. So we're going to burn anything in the last row.
Yep.
These
Slide
go
everything
out.
else down.
Everything else slides. And then we bring new ones out.
Nothing you haven't seen before, folks.
Yep, this is all the basic stuff.
Yes.
And it's got little arrows on here to show you. Like, that's what you got to
Yeah.
do. So it's pretty intuitive. Did you burn that one?
I did.
Oh,
These were all gone.
Oh, they were all gone? Okay.
I just slipped down.
So that's everything. Yeah, I think we're
good.
ready. So then it goes back to the spring.
Right. And now we've got stuff we can do.
Summon yokai. So you draw. Well, you have your hand, so I'm going to draw
2.
up to 4. So then I have to shuffle this deck. It's the only time you ever shuffle your discard is when it's at this moment. All right, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Figure out who you're going to
Decide who you want to keep.
get rid of.
Who you're going to dump. Oh, we forgot to bring out new cards up here.
Yeah, I can do that.
New
not
Bitoku.
yet.
You're not doing this.
It used to be on my side. I could do it.
All right. Keeping. I'll get rid of this guy. Here. All right. And reap the fruits. Do you have any purple?
I have... No, I don't
No.
have any income ones.
Neither
no.
do I, so that's it. So then it moves on to summer again. Like, we're literally
That's it.
back
to where we were
to
before. Yeah.
where we were before. So
Yes.
we're going to play through this next round, potentially the 3rd,
Yeah.
and then come back for the 4th, play through the 4th round, and then final score this thing.
Yeah.
Sound like a plan?
That sounds like a plan to me.
All right, so you've seen a lot of moves so far.
Yeah.
You'll definitely see some more stuff later on, but I think you've seen a little bit of just about everything, and that's literally how this game is going to go.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and further along in the games when you'll start to see us like pick up like these rocks and stuff like that. So we'll come back when we have some of those to show you.
Yeah, which will hopefully be.
Yeah.
I mean, it's literally picking up a rock and putting it on your board.
Yeah.
And they're end game conditions, right? Like my one
Right.
rock to score it, I need at least 1 water building and 1 red building built. Like so, they're just end game stuff.
Right.
So in any case, we're gonna jump in. We'll be back in a bit. See you soon. All right, folks, you've been patiently waiting. Actually, for you, for you, it seemed like just moments, but for us, it was 2 full seasons, 2 full years of the game.
It's been 87 years.
And
It has not been.
No, it hasn't been that long. This game actually plays a lot faster than you would think.
Yeah.
But we are in the 4th year now, 4th round, 4th and final round. We've gotten through the spring, so we did our setup, and we are ready to jump into the summer, where we're taking all of our actions now. We're going to finish out the summer. We're going to finish out the autumn, which really doesn't matter because it's turn order.
Yep.
And then the winter. Once we complete the winter, we're going to do final scoring. And like that's it. Like this end of this game ramps up pretty quickly.
Yes.
So with that said, we have got we've got some work ahead of us.
We do.
So I'm going to start off by playing this guy here, this Kappa. And that's going to unlock this. Whoa. It's going to earn me this amulet for this crystal that I have now, and then I'm going to move. I'm going to get a move for him. So I'm going to use my 1 movement point to move up on this track here, which is going to give me 2 points, plus one of these dudes. And I will take this dragonfly. Ooh, this guy's kind of pretty.
Who's pretty?
This guy who gives me the double amulet. That's good. That's
good.
not bad either. That gives me a Bitoku card.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Which is not a bad one. Plus, he's
And then
going to
you
give
get a
me a
resource.
resource.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take him, and I will take I'll take a stone. No, I'll take one of these jades.
Okay.
That's it. That's all I can do.
All right, cool. I'm gonna go with this fella. Here. Whoops. Just dropping all my cards. With this kitsune. So I get an amulet because I placed it here.
Yep.
Unlock that die. I get another amulet because he gives me an amulet.
That's a good one.
And I will take, do I want a jade or a sake? What do I want? I'll take a sake, please. Thank you. Your turn.
All right, so I'm going to play this 4 die, but I'm going to up it with an amulet to a 5. And I'm going to play it here.
Okay.
I didn't really need to up that to a 5.
That was a little overkill.
Yeah, but no.
I mean,
it's
I don't
not,
know.
because it's going to get me some resources.
True.
So I'm going to keep it a 5. I'm going to get 3 movements. So I'm going to just go like this. 1, 2, 3. Grab a 2 amulet and take 5 points.
Okie doke.
Boom, we are both at 17 now.
For now.
And I'm going to activate this building of mine for 3 resources, which is silly.
Yeah, you're not going to get the bonus.
1,
But you'll get your
2. Yeah,
building activation.
it's a lot of stuff going on here. Okay.
Okay.
Got resources for days now.
Yeah, that's good.
All right.
Okay, cool. My turn?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go here. Boop. So for 3, I am going to grab one of these spirits. And because I have a 3, I actually get to do that at a discount of 1. So I'm going to take this spirit and connect him to my dragonfly. All right, so a couple of things are going to happen here. First of all, I have this passive bonus that basically anytime I create one of these spirit dragonfly hybrids, I get a point. So I'll just take my point for that.
Okay.
This is going to let me put one of my pilgrims out on one of my rocks for a discount of 1.
Yep.
So I will put that here because that's the only one that has a discount on it. And then I can unlock a die or I can grab an amulet. And I think I'll grab an amulet instead of the unlock because I plan to unlock them all anyway right now.
Alrighty
So,
then.
alrighty. That's it?
Good?
I think so. Yeah.
All right.
I think, wait. That's not it. I was want to move a Kodama up.
Okay.
A Kodama. So I'll move this guy. Boop. So I'm like officially ahead.
Officially ahead. Not tied.
Yes.
Alright. I'll bring this guy out. And he will unlock that die. And he's going to let me build a building. Which will cost me 2 stone and a wood. That's very expensive. But I like my buildings. You know how much I like my buildings.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to build a water building this time, I believe. I'll build this guy. And I will build him. I'll build him here. Why not?
Okay. You got a lot of buildings out. You
I
love
do.
building buildings.
I like building buildings. Why not?
Okay.
So that is that. I get to move up 2 spaces on this one, 2. And I get a amulet for that building. All right.
Great. I kind of... I think I'm actually going to do something crazy. It's not that crazy. I'm just going to change this to a 2 and move up here because I want this lady.
Okay.
I want that Yama Uba. Get in my hand.
Right in your hand. Get in my hand. Get in my
Get
hand.
in my hand. Yama Uba.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's at a 1. Oh, that's at the... Okay, so I'm going to leave this as a 3. And I'm going to play him here. Now I get one of these spirits at a 1 discount. And honestly, do I care which one I want? Yeah, I'll take this one. And he's going to give me a 1 discount, so I'll just pay 1 sake. How about that?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to get that 1 discount for him. But he's going to be worth 3 points. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
And I can merge these 2 together, just so it's a merger.
Mm-hmm.
I get to draw 2 Bitokus, keep 1.
Which is an acquisition.
This is an acquisition. Ew, so pretty. I like this guy. I like you. I like you.
I like you a lot.
All right, so I'm gonna take him, and I get a movement. Ooh, where do we want to move? I got this guy. I can bring him out, but I'm gonna move this guy up. Boom! I'm gonna bring one. So this lets me move one of my what are these guys called?
What? Your Kodama.
Kodama
Like
up
the
1,
game.
and move one of yours down 2.
Oh, you're going to do that?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So like
that's mean.
up 1, down 2.
I'd spend a lot of work doing that.
I know.
What? You're the worst, man.
I gotta use what tools have been given to me. Yeah, so that was here.
It's really cheap.
And it allows me to move a Kodama up anywhere else. Oh. Well, it's literally the only one.
Whatever.
I've been
I don't
fighting
wanna
for
hear it.
this. Fighting for this.
Fighting for what?
For progress.
Have you, though?
I have. I really have. Actually, it's probably more beneficial for me to go up this one. Okay.
Are you done
I'm done now.
with all your cheating?
No, it's not really cheating. It just moves.
All right, I'm going to go here. My kappa. Unlocks my die. I get a resource. I will take, I don't know, like wood, maybe? Take wood? Wood?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wood resource. There you go.
And then I get to move twice. So I will do 1 movement. Can you bump me up to that
Oh, you wanna go
illumination
here?
thing? Yeah, that gives
that's
me
worth
8 points.
8 points. Wow.
And a
that's
3
good points.
amulet
1,
bump.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a 3 amuleter. That's a big one.
And I still get 1 more move. And, I don't love that I have this guy sitting here. Because he's the only guy I have left right now.
Put him on the board.
Well, but the thing is, I need to use him if I want to bring him down here. You know what I mean?
Right.
I might want to do that. So this is my discard guy. Let me see what we got. Which I may not have an opportunity to do. So, because I could start a guy out there. Yeah, that kind of stinks. I'm sort of wasting a move. You know?
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay. I'm just not going to take that second move.
You're good?
Yeah, I'm good, because I need to keep that guy around in case I'm able to put him down on my rocks.
So I'm going to bring this guy to a 2. And move him, actually, what was he, a 3? I'll just bring this guy to a 4. Bring him up here. I'm going to do this action where I'm going to bring a pilgrim down here. And I'm going to move one of my Kodamas up 1.
Okay. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Is that? No, okay. All right, I'm going to take this die, and I'm going to bump him up 3 times to make him a 6.
Okay. Wow, you're going powerful at the end.
Yes. So you have to. It's the only way. Especially when people keep moving your Kodamas all over the place. It's unfortunate, like the crystals that we have right now are
Pretty weak.
just kind of weak because they're production.
Mm-hmm.
So we obviously
We're not
don't
going to
have
get
any
them.
production.
Yeah, not going to do any production.
And I could get like 3 resources. I think that might be a good idea, actually. I'm just going to grab 3.
What would you like?
I will take, let's take a wood, a stone, a jade. Thank you. One of each
Would you like
thing.
to activate one of these? One of your buildings?
One of my wonderful buildings.
We should take one of those vision cards.
Why?
More points?
I know. But coming from you, I want to know why you think I should do that. I will take a vision card. I guess to take 2 and keep 1, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I believe so, yeah.
That's how most of this works. Let's see. 2 of those. 1 of those. 1 of those. Yeah, we'll do that. You can get rid of that guy. Go on the bottom of the pile. That's the weird thing in this game. You put everything like on the bottom.
For the
There's
most
no
part,
real
yeah.
discard.
That's it for you.
Yeah, you're up.
All right, so I'm going to go here, activate that, and take 2 stone.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna move this guy. Yes, I'm gonna move this guy across the river.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's a 6, so he actually gets reduced to a 3.
To a 3, yeah,
which
that hurts.
is not great,
That hurts.
especially for endgame because we will be adding up our dice.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm actually gonna take this Bitoku card. Ooh, the Chugi. Right there.
Okay. Good?
Yeah, your turn.
All right, I'm going to boost this by 4 up to a 5. Might as well. Don't need those things anymore.
Oh, and I'm going to get a point too because of my passive.
Okay.
I got a Bitoku card.
So I'm going to go...
Did you give me
I
a
did.
point?
I just did.
Okay.
I'm going to go here with a 5. I'm going to get a crystal with a 1 discount. So I'll take one of these for free. Well, it doesn't really matter. I'll take this guy here. It's going to wake him up. And that is a 5, so I can take another crystal if I want to. But I'll just take this for 2 points. Boom, boom. Well, the crystal will give me 2 points anyway. So I might as well just take the crystal for free.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yes. It's my turn now.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. I'm going to take my Yamauba and get 2 resources.
What would you like?
I will take a wood and a stone, please.
Okay. My turn. I'm going to bring him over the river.
Mm-hmm.
And what I shall do is I'm going to put one of my pilgrims down here on this rock as my first move. And my second move is going to be to go up a Kodama. But which one? There's none of them that can really take the lead anywhere, unfortunately. So it doesn't matter. That's it.
Huh. Interesting.
I don't think that was a wise move, actually.
Why?
Because my second move could actually be to take a stone.
That's true.
And I think that's more beneficial for me. If I were to
Yeah,
take this
especially
stone,
because you have the
put it here,
people out there.
and yeah. just
Yeah,
create
that
the
was
room.
great that you had that card that let you bring out all those pilgrims
I know.
and rocks.
Yes,
Very, very helpful.
it was.
Are you done?
I'm done.
Okay. Cool. I am going to bring out this, but I'm going to bump it to I'm just going to spend 3 and bump it to a 5.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, I'm going to bump it to a 6 because I know I'm not going to be moving it over the river. So I'm just going to go right here
Take all the moves
and
you can
take all the moves, which is not going to be that many moves, actually.
We only have one pilgrim that can move, technically.
Yeah, I know. So I'm going to move. Well, yeah, I have a pilgrim that can move, but I can also move my Bitoku,
Right, so
which is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go here.
it's for 1.
For 1, which I can put out this guy out here, which is free for that space. So that's taken care of. Also, I haven't been collecting these points when I've been moving.
You haven't gotten them at all?
No.
Okay,
I think I might have gotten the first one. I didn't get this,
6.
and I didn't get that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right.
So I can't do any more movement because I don't have any more pilgrims to put out.
That's correct.
But I can take advantage of these little houses.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'll take advantage of your house. You can grab yourself a point and an amulet while I move my Kodama up 2 and move you back 1.
Oh, good play.
So
maybe I should have left them up there, huh?
yeah, maybe.
It's not a big deal. I'll still get second place.
Well, whatever.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think so. That's all I could do.
Okay. Well, then I think we both pass, and that ends it. So
Yeah, I guess, right?
we'll finish the winter now. You ready?
All right.
All right. So that was summer. So now we're in fall.
Yes.
But fall is just turn order. That's why I always just skip turn order.
Yeah.
It's
And
like-
you have maintained first player.
Yeah,
which
you
is
never
great.
went up here.
I never did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we are now into the winter, so we'll go winter. And we are sort of doing the Guardians returning home phase.
Yes.
They all come back.
We do want to
Doesn't
keep them.
really matter where they are, but we're going to get points for them.
It does, yeah.
So it doesn't matter where you put them on your player board. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Now we get to burn one of our. If you have at least 5 cards, you can burn one of your cards, your yokai cards, and it has to be one of these on your board.
Right, exactly.
The best one I have is worth 4 points, so I'm going to get 2 points per vision card. So he's going to be 4, so I'll just get rid of him. I'll take 4.
And I think I'm going to I might burn this one. I have 2 that are pretty good. This one gives me 3 points per pilgrim I have on an illumination space, which I think I have. Actually, I think I only have 1, so that's not very good. This one allows me to add 2 dice together. So I'll add my 6 and my 3 for 9 points and get rid of this. Sorry, Kitsune.
Yeah, you're out.
Yeah.
So that was the yokai say farewell. Yeah. Now advance the great spirit counter, but we're done. So we're gonna prepare the game for the next round, but we're done. So we're actually gonna do final scoring.
The Ascension.
The Ascension. Is upon us. So here, I'll bring this out. Reap the fruits. Each player collects the rewards indicated in the dream crystals in purple. So if you have those, which I do, I'm gonna get a point.
Oh yeah.
And I'm going to get a piece of wood and unlock a die, but that doesn't matter, right? So either way, it doesn't matter. Now, the player who has the first on the turn order track, which was me, I get 3 points for that.
You sure do.
The Bitoku bow before you. So each player has Bitoku cards, VPs based on the number of different types of Bitoku cards they have in their path, as shown in the chart. You receive points regardless of how far you progressed.
Yes.
So I've got 4 different ones, which is 7 points.
Okay, and I have 3 different
1,
ones.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you're 4.
4.
All right, next is Treasures of the Lake. So we're going to get VP. Tied positions divide the total, rounded down. So we just score for each of the lakes.
Yep.
You get 3.
What? I get 6.
I'm sorry, 6. He and I tied for second, so 2 rounded down.
It's 2.
So it'd be 2. Yeah, so 1, 2. I got this one, so that's 4. And you got nothing for that one. This one here, you won. You get 4, and I get 2.
No.
Oh, no, he gets
won.
4. I get 2.
Yeah.
1, 2. I keep thinking you're turquoise.
I know.
You and he are tied.
Yeah.
So you're going to
get 5.
2.
2, yeah.
Right? And I get 3rd place, which gets 1. And then finally, he wins. I'm second. I get 3 points.
And I get 1.
1, 2, 3. All right, that's it. So that was the Treasures of the Lake.
Yes.
Now we do the rocks, and we know how to score the rocks, right?
Yes.
So let's score your rocks first.
Okay, cool. So I only have 2 rocks. I have a rock that gives me points for this particular spirit, and it is this like water spirit that I have right here. And I forget his name. And then the purple spirits that I have here that are also indicated on this count as wild. So you can count them as whatever you want. Obviously, I'm going to count them as water spirits. So I have a total of 1, 2, 3. And they aren't existing anywhere else. So I have 1, 2, 3 times the number of pilgrims that you have adjacent to that particular tile. So I have 2, so it's going to be 6 points.
6 points. There you go. How about your other rock?
Now my other rock is this very funny looking little
The mouse
guy.
So the Nezumis.
So the Nezumis. So I got to see how many Nezumis I have. I think I only have 2. Yes, 1, 2 total. So again, I have 2 next to it. That's going to be 6 points. Oh wait,
you gotta count
plus
the old ladies.
I have Yamauba. That's why I kept picking her up.
Baba Yaga.
So that's what it reminds me of, is Baba Yaga. So 1, 2, 3, 4 times 2 is actually
8 points.
8.
That's much better.
Much better. Thank you.
See? Helping you out.
See,
So
looking
that's
out
it.
for me.
So you scored your rocks, right?
Yes. Now
The rocks
score your
resonate.
rocks.
So my rocks here, I have all building rocks. So
Oh yeah.
we'll start out with my
Naturally.
water buildings. Water and red, right? So I've got 1, 2.
What did you count? This one?
I'm sorry. 1, no, 2, 3
Yeah.
times 1, 2, 3. That's 9 points.
Okay.
And now I have these squiggly lines in the plants. So I've got 1, 2 of those times
that's
1, 2. That's 4.
Okay.
Now water in the squiggly line. I've got 1, 2, 3 times 1 is 3.
2, 3. Okay.
That's it. All right, so now we have
Vision cards.
fate accomplished. This is vision
Yeah.
cards, and then that's it. This is the
Oh,
final
and then
score.
our resources and stuff. You've missed.
Oh
that.
yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
And resources. So let's score your vision cards. What'd you
Okay. So I have 2 vision cards.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to have, and these are independent. So you need to have like enough to cover all of your vision cards.
Oh yeah.
Which is why I'm glad I'm healthy in resources right now. So I have 2 resources for this one. I need
Mm-hmm.
1 resource for this one. So we'll just count those. I need to have a crystal, which I have.
Which you do.
I do. And I need to have 1 set of these Mitumu spirits, or the spirits in the grasshoppers. Or not, what are they? Dragonflies?
They're dragonflies. Yeah.
This thing. And that gives me 4 points. So 1, 2, 3, 4. For this one, I definitely have enough to cover me there. And then I need to have somebody on an illumination space, which I do, so that's 6 points.
You do.
I have 2. I have that one down there as illumination space.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just 1, I think.
No, I think I have 2. Don't I?
Gate.
Oh, okay. Well, that's why I got that one.
Yeah,
anyway.
that was it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, if you don't meet these, you either get -2 or minus
Yep.
1 point. So.
All right, so mine are. I needed 1 resource, 1 of these ghost guys, which I have. It's like not even a ghost guy; it's a spirit. I just need a spirit, and a dude at a gate,
Yeah.
which I have. So that's 4. This I needed to get at least 2 progressions on that Bitoku path. I had to have 1 building and a dude on a lantern, which I have. So
Okay.
it's 10 points.
74. Okay. And let's do our resources. I think that's the last
All right,
thing,
resources.
Dice.
Yeah, so resources.
Basically, what we're going to do is just score up all of
Okay,
our
yeah.
dice pips and our resources, come up with a total, divide it by 4, and that's how many points
That's
we
it.
get.
Yep. So let's do that.
So I've got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Divided by 4 is a nice even 5.
5 points. All right. So 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Right? That's
Divided by
all?
4. Yeah, it's going to be 4.
4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right. And now we count up any blue, any purple points revealed on your player
Oh, yeah,
board.
that's right. Yeah, I forgot about those.
So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19,
oh,
20,
wow, 'cause of
21.
your buildings. Oh, you.
2, 4, 6,
Booger.
8, 10, 12, 15, 18, 21.
Wow, that is excellent. 21.
Mm-hmm.
So you're at 99. Wow. Yeah, I didn't do that. 2, 4, 6, 8. I think I get 8 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Still not bad, but yeah, definitely didn't recover. Oh, and plus 2. 1, 2 for my crystal. Yeah, that's it. So close though.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Very
great.
close.
Yeah, you definitely went the building route.
Buildings make yeah. There's a lot of points in buildings.
Yeah, I just did kind of like the salad.
The point salad.
Yeah.
So no, that was it. So let's go talk
Okay.
about it.
Yeah.
All right, there you have it.
Yes.
Wow.
You squeaked out a win.
I did not expect that.
Because you forgot about the player board.
Yeah, and I forgot about like how many points were actually in the buildings. And
there's a lot of points in buildings.
Apparently, there's a lot of points in that route. So, so there you go. So, what are your thoughts on this one?
It was interesting. We obviously had been looking at this for a long time. You see it out on the table, and if you're a heavy gamer like we are, you're like drawn to it. Like some kind of, it's like emitting like a you need to play me vibe.
You immediately
Plus it's gorgeous.
Start drooling.
Yeah, so you're kind of like, oh my gosh, it's so busy. There must be a lot going on. It must be so complex. And so when I read through the rule book the first time, which is how I learn games, I don't watch anything, I don't do anything else, I just read the book. I remember coming to you and being like, this is not that heavy, actually. Like it's mechanically very, I don't want to say very simple, but it's easy to understand what's going on. It's not as complex or busy as it appears. And so as we were learning the game, I think we really came to the conclusion that it's like thematically complex, like we said before.
Yeah.
But not necessarily mechanically so. And so I'm still not sure how I feel about that, to be honest, because I kind of was expecting this more like involved, like 90 to 120 minute, like playtime, deep thematic experience where I was playing a long game.
Right.
And this is not a long game.
Not with two
this
players.
is a game, at least with two. Yeah. This is one where like spend your amulets, like get your dice on the board, try to collect the sets that you need, but do it quick because this is not a long playing game when you're looking at the number of rounds and the number of total actions that you have over the course of the game.
Right.
There is some interaction as you saw with within the actions that you're taking, like can trigger other things, can trigger resource gathering and things like that. But there's not a ton of like engine building, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, exactly.
Which I was expecting and I didn't get.
Yeah, I think the only real engine you could really build here is in your deck. And you're limited on that because you're only getting, you could get a couple cards around, but you're only burning one.
Right, yeah.
So you're not really able to thin your deck. You just don't have enough time.
Well, and you could argue that like building the buildings out at the forest locations is to some extent an engine, kind of, but it's not necessarily a reliable one.
No, you're not guaranteed. You're not guaranteed to get to use it either.
Yeah,
right. Like because if you hit that spot, then you don't cross the river.
And something else to consider that in the 2-player game we didn't have to deal with. Because we only had one spot per forest location. But if you're playing with a higher player count, the die that you put out has to be greater than everybody else's die.
Correct.
In order for you to actually take the action. So you can put your die out to like block other people off.
Sure.
But
I mean, they can take that copy action, but it's expensive.
Exactly.
You don't get you don't get to like get the bonus action on the buildings. Like that's pretty big.
Yeah. So it's so I like that they actually scaled it for 2 in this way, and I think for the solo you use the same board too. But just something to keep in mind as well, as far as when we're talking about engine building and reliability in the forest locations.
Oh yeah, and I think, look, it's not it. I was expecting it to be heavier, and the fact that it wasn't heavier isn't really a disappointment to me.
Yeah,
because I do enjoy this game. There's no doubt. I think there's definitely an allure to it, and I think the allure is in. It seems complex, but it's not. And I think that I like having a lot of options and a lot of things to do, and this gives you a lot of those options. But there really is a simplicity in what actions you can do on any given turn. So you're never really kind of like, I don't know what I should do. You just have to say, out of these 3 things, what is the most beneficial for me to do at this point? Right. And like, do I really want that card? I'm going to go for it.
And here's the thing. It's like, what do I need right now? And that's where I think like people might get frustrated of feeling like it's fiddly maybe because you're trying to plan several turns ahead. But if you're thinking a couple turns ahead, you're looking at the end of the game.
Yeah, like
so,
literally.
I mean, it's not one of those games where you need to think a bunch of turns ahead. It's really just what do I need right now? What's going to help me out? okay, I could use some movement points. I need to get up that thing. Okay, I need to, even the vision cards, it does help you, it gives you some direction. But for the most part, it's like, just keep an eye on them and make sure that you've got the stuff you need to satisfy them.
Right.
And you'll be fine. And other than that, it's just like dive in and take actions, and it sort of just works itself out.
I think so, yeah. And I think it definitely runs at a good pace. I don't think it needed to be longer.
No, I don't think so either.
I think
no.
Because then you would have had these like really long paths,
No,
and you'd have too many cards, and like that's when a game starts to get bloated towards the end, you know it's gone too long, because it should kind of like get to a point where you feel like you're just about to start to get too much going.
Yeah.
And then it ends, and you're like, oh man, it's over. So I need to kind of clean up before I finish and try to get as many points at the end as I can.
Yeah, I think it definitely met the mark as far as what the game was intended to deliver. I feel like it delivered.
Yeah, I think
absolutely.
So. I think it's in a gorgeous way.
It is gorgeous. And I think that's the other thing. I want to talk about the theme a little bit. Because for me, anyway, the complexity in learning the game was in understanding the theme.
Right.
Because it's gorgeous and like just... It's like a beautiful story and a beautiful history and culturally amazing. Like, I love every single bit of it. But trying to connect that with learning the game for me was really challenging. So I almost had to like strip out the theme and go, okay, if this were like any other game, just what are we doing?
Yep.
You know? And then once you get that, and that's kind of how I tried to do the primer this time too. So once you understood like mechanically, what are my options and what am I trying to do? Then you can kind of introduce this theme in a way that's really beautiful. And if you keep replaying this and you start to really learn the terms and you know what the spirits' names are, and I could really see getting immersed in this experience the way it was intended.
I agree. And I think it really has a lot of charm.
Definitely,
and I do appreciate the attention to detail and everything that went into the components. Like everything is really, really beautiful in this game, and I think it really helps tell that story. But focus on learning the mechanics first, and then, like Francis said, and then learn the story. Because I think if you read the rule book and you just start reading the story and try to remember what all these Asian words are, it's like you've got to just cut that out and look at what the actual story is.
Right.
I mean, the actual mechanics are, and then think about the story.
Yes, exactly. So hopefully this helps you do that, so you can kind of jump ahead and enjoy it. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what else I have to say about this other than it's absolutely beautiful and was delightfully a quicker play than what we expected.
It was pleasantly surprising because I was expecting it to be way, way chunky, and I was like kind of intimidated by when I started reading the rules, like, oh my God, this is like a lot going on here. Like, this is a big read. But then after I just like broke it down to the core mechanics, I'm like, oh, this is not that hard at all. And I'm going to have trouble and just completely butcher these names of all these different things forever. But it is what it is. I understand what I'm doing, and I understand the core mechanics of the game. And that's really all I focus on when I play. And the theme is just it's a nice wrapper to have this in, because it's very pretty. And I appreciate that.
Gorgeous.
And as an Asian, I approve.
There you go. At least half of you.
At least half of me is Asian. So, half of me approves.
Okay.
So, all right. Well, you know what? I hope you guys at least got a good taste of what this game has to offer. And if it should be something that you want to add to your collection, that's great. Go check it out.
Yeah, and definitely let us know, too. So, again, in the comments, let us know if this helped you. If you have questions about our experience with the game, or generally anything at all, just let us know there.
I think it's solid. So I mean,
for sure.
I'm not afraid to say this is definitely something I would recommend.
Yes, and definitely recommend if you were worried that this was going to be too much, or you saw it and you were like, it's like a little bit too much going on. Don't be discouraged.
It's not.
You'll be fine if you're,
I would consider this a mid-weight Euro.
Exactly what I was going to say.
That's it, mid-weight.
Yeah.
So,
for sure.
there you go.
Okay.
Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed the playthrough. We'll see you next time.
All right. See ya.